Welcome to the V12 Podcast. The number one podcast in SC. V12.
What's up, y'all? It's your man Prince Mazzani, and you're now tuned in to V12 Podcast. Got my man Bird Daddy, the co-host.
Yes, sir.
We got a special guest today, C Metro.
What it is, man.
You know what I'm saying? Going on C Mac.
Good to meet you.
You know what I'm saying?
Good to meet you also.
Yeah. So
well, we know each other.
Right.
Yeah.
I met Metro. You was having a adult prom. Well, you came to the store to the podcast.
Yeah.
You was having an adult prom at the time.
Yeah, that thing was around the same time.
Yeah, at the museum downtown.
Yeah.
Might
So
I say?
you're the one that does the adult prom? I've been wanting to catch that. It's been like 2 years now.
Yeah, so I did it 20 and 21. No, I did 21 and 22.
Okay.
We ain't do it this year.
Yeah.
Big back fest and everything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell the people about, you know what I'm saying, what, like when they hear the name C Metro, because when I met you, I'm not from here, don't take no offense. I didn't know who C Metro was, but once I started finding out, I was like, okay, boy, you do photography, you know what I'm saying, you have an event, you do a lot. So what all do you do?
Well, this is something all up. Like I majored in fine and visual arts, communications.
Mm-hmm.
So I studied photography, videography. But ultimately, when I was studying communications, I started studying like brand management and how different brands work, things like that. So that's what I do currently. You know, I teach branding and marketing to different small businesses.
Okay.
And at the same time, throw events and take a little bit of photos too.
Right.
See, that's what I hear. That's what I hear from you about you mostly is your events. We follow each other. At least I follow you on Facebook, and I see you posting about your events. And I just want to ask you real quick. I'm pretty sure you want to ask something too. But fresh off of yesterday, you had the Big Back Fest, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows what it means if you got a big back.
Sure.
That means you put on a few pounds.
Yeah.
That means you toting a little muffin up front, something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How did you come up with the idea to do an event themed around something that people use as the butt of a joke, having a big back?
Well, like my back ain't really that big.
Right.
I got about 4 inches wide. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But the term big back is like it's a social media term, and it's not directed towards weight. It's directed towards like the equal enjoyment of consuming food.
Right.
You know, that euphoria you get from tasting different foods and things like that. So I kept seeing people say big back. So I said, no curse on me?
Yeah.
I said, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Let's call it Big Back Fest, you know what I'm saying?
I think
And man, everybody thought I was crazy.
Genius, bro.
Yeah, they thought I was crazy. You can't call it that. And I usually like go on the news and brand my events and everything. They wouldn't even let me on the news, man.
What?
Yeah, because the name.
Because the name thought it was offensive.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna front.
It is.
It's not
cool.
offensive. I just thought, a lot of big people was gonna come out.
Nah, it ain't even like that. See, it's not about big people.
Right.
That's why I try to let people know. It ain't about big people.
I thought it was.
It's not the name.
That's cool. That helps me sell tickets.
Like after you leave your event, you gonna have a big back.
No, after you leave the event, you gonna feel like
I'm satisfied.
y'all gonna. Alright, tomorrow they're gonna be like, oh, Metro hate fat.
Nah, that's kind of like saying big bone. Big bone don't mean
You can't say shit no more.
You don't mean you fat. You just big bone.
But now we black, man. We'll take something like that, like big back, and we'll make it something that's not as negative.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like the term is probably negative in some sense. But man, I just want to have food.
Just want to have food.
Yeah, so big back fat.
Okay, so big back mean greed. You hungry.
Yeah,
you greedy.
like
it don't mean your weight class.
No, you know what? It doesn't mean you're greedy. You are a connoisseur of food.
You gotta make it elegant.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
like
elegant.
Yeah,
we enjoy eating.
The Food Network should sign us for the Big Back Fest. Things like that.
The Food Network should have a big back segment. To be honest.
It should.
Right, that'd be fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you make it to the Food Network off of the V12 podcast, I want residuals.
It's okay though. That's cool. 5%.
10.
Listen. I'm gonna do the skinny back
10 all
segment.
together.
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about it on camera.
Yeah.
I got.
But seriously though, man, I did. I was looking at Facebook and different social media, man. Everybody who came out there, that posted out there or made a comment on Facebook about it, man, they seem to really enjoy it.
For sure.
They seem to have a good time. They said the vendors was on point. So, I mean, I think that's just dope, man. Like, how did you secure like the vendors and things like that for that event or any of the events you thought?
I just put it out online. You know, I just tell folks like, okay, having an event, you know, this the fee or whatever. And they gravitate to it, you know, because my thing is if I'm throwing an event, I'm promoted to the T. You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure that the vendor fee is solidified. I don't want you to get a vendor fee and nobody be there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna promote you. I'm gonna do all that, and that's all I stand for. Black businesses anyway. So when I put something out, people gravitate to it. You know, which is a good thing. So.
Hey, don't you got a Halloween party coming up?
Nah, that was yesterday.
Damn, I missed the Halloween party. See what I'm saying?
You had a Halloween party after the Big Back Fest?
Yeah.
How are you finding time to do all this?
So it was that same venue. So it was cool, like a little drop-in thing. You know what I'm saying? Drop in, get you a drink.
Yeah, I couldn't make it. I was at the shop all day yesterday.
Well, it's cool. I'm about to stop celebrating Halloween now.
Did y'all see what happened in Tampa, Florida? They had a Halloween fest. 18 people got injured, 2 people got killed. Somebody just came out, they just started shooting in the crowd. It's crazy.
No,
all on the internet. Yeah, it's bad.
I went out last night at a bunch of Halloween themed events.
Yeah.
And the way these women come out dressed for Halloween,
That shit raunchy.
I would never stop celebrating Halloween.
Yeah, you would.
Never.
Yeah.
It's like they want to wear their whole ass out. I've seen so many nuns with their ass out.
But-
I've seen nurses with their ass out.
That shit-
I've seen Mortal Kombat characters with their ass out.
Hella ninjas.
Ninjas with their ass out. It's like a pass out to put your ass out.
Yeah. That's where everything is now.
Yeah, I don't play with the masks and the costumes. I mean, I play, but at nighttime, and I don't know who I'm around. I don't know who under the mask. So I just rather just.
That's
I'll
because
take a
where you
picture,
from,
that's
you
it.
really can't trust them.
Right. I'm from Mickey.
Here, nigga. We in South Carolina.
I never been to. I've been to a Halloween party out here. I've been to a Halloween party out here.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was like a college Halloween party, so it was kind of.
It was. No, I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I got up out of there early though. I
I don't know. I like the Halloween themed parties, man. I just told you why, but it's not only that, man. It's like people seem to just be more lit when they got costumes.
Super lit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
They be able to have
Like,
fun.
it was lit.
They be able to let loose and just enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
Whereas if they got their regular face, they timid to
Yeah, like
loosen up.
it was a whole different type of vibe out there, man. Like I'm telling you,
You had a good time?
Yeah, I had a great time. I should have came to yours. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause like I said, I see you all the time, and one of the things I like about what you do with your events is the way that you promote it.
Yeah, you're consistent.
I mean, you can kind of say that, you know, it's not geared towards like fat people or this and that and the third, but you did throw like some kind of like jokey type post
For sure.
of like plates or like bigger people eating.
But you know why though? I think I sell more tickets joking than anything because people sensitive. And we live in a sensitive world. And I just think that we should be able to say what we want to say. So if we come up with an idea that says Big Back Fest, I already know somebody's gonna get offended. I don't mean to offend you, and I truly apologize, but it helps.
Right.
You know? So yeah.
I thought it was a joke when I first seen it. I didn't even think it was
Yeah,
serious.
man, it was a joke.
I thought it was a joke. And then another week came and you're still posting about it.
Yeah.
Another week came and you put a date on it. Another week came and you're asking for vendors. Weeks after that, some vendors maybe dropped off. You need some more. I'm like, yo, this is really happening. And I just thought it was a good marketing thing. So is that a part of what you do as well, like marketing?
Yeah, so after I graduated with the bachelor's, I went back and got my master's in business association. That's when I went to go study like marketing and branding. I teach marketing classes too.
Yeah.
So everything is like really a science. And considering the fact we in the social media world right now, you gotta be like mad strategic when you drop things.
Yeah.
You know, so the laughs, if I drop something and I said Big Back Fest, and I see 100 people laughing, that's at least 25 tickets.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
good.
saying? So that's how I just see it.
And one of the things, I don't know if you know, well, you probably know because it was your event, but I didn't know it was your event, was the Million Man March. I did not know that was your event. I was out there and I went because my friend was like, yeah, come on, let's go to this Million Man March. I was like, Million Man March? He was like, yeah, bunch of brothers out there, dressed up.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, come on, I'm gonna go out there. So when I went out there, It was downtown. They started by the Martin Luther King Park, and I ain't gonna front. It was a lot of men out there. Everybody had on suits except for me. I didn't own a suit at the time. Well, I had on sweats, but I was there. And it was a bunch of men, and we walked all the way to the state house, and it was fire. You know what I'm saying? That was actually dope. So I definitely want to commend you on that. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know at the time. I didn't know of you, and I didn't know that you had put that together.
So like now, the same type of like focus as the Million Man March.
No, it was. I talked to Farrakhan and all.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah, I didn't know none of that.
What did you talk to him about?
Yeah.
Nah, so right. You know, can't really like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's classified.
It's classified.
Okay, all right. Hey.
But what made you come up?
Okay, yeah, okay.
What made you come up with the idea for the Million Man March in Columbia, South Carolina?
So we was at a protest before, right? And I spoke at that protest and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Put the video up, did pretty good online and everything. But what happened was, like a little bit after the protest, we marched down to the police department. I know y'all remember all when they would set cars on fire and shit down there. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Alright, so that's the part they put online though. They ain't put the peaceful part online. You know what I'm saying? So
wait, who set the car on fire? Just
one of my homeboys is doing Fed time right now for that.
What?
Facts.
For that. He's in California right now.
He just was mad and just wanted to
he was displaced emotion.
Yeah, displaced emotion. He was down there in part of that situation. It was part of the Floyd situation, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Got you.
So
it was really emotional.
Real emotional. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we did that. Well, that happened down there. You know, like a couple minutes after the positive part. But when you go on the news,
you only see the negative.
That's the only thing they show, and I got pissed off. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, cool. Well, let's model a march after the original Million Man March. You know what I'm saying? We put it out online, bro. It caught fire because everybody emotions was already high. You see what I'm saying? Caught fire, national TV and everything. That's when we got a call for the nation, and they asked us, "What are we doing first of all?" You know what I'm saying? And not to go into too much context, they were trying to like check us for using the name. We didn't know that we couldn't use the name.
Oh, you know so that particular name is something that's they hold dear.
Yeah, like that name is legally you can't use it. You know. But the nation and the original members of Million Man March, they gave us a blessing. We was able to speak to them and all. You know what I'm saying?
That's major, bro.
Yeah, the nation ain't nothing to play with either. You know
that's why I understand when you said you.
I was scared to say that on that phone call.
Well, I've seen so many interviews of artists and people who have spoken to either Farrakhan or people close, and they will say the same thing, that they are not
nothing to play with.
With.
Back in the day, bro, if you did something, let's say you hit your wife or something like that, bro, that'd be outside waiting. They'll come in the front door. You see what I'm saying? But that's what we missing in our community. We ain't got no structure. We ain't got no men standing on the front line, and we damn sure ain't checking our own boys. You know, so.
Yeah, I think I've been in Columbia about 10 years, and like I said, I know a different Columbia than what y'all know because I'm looking from a different lens.
Right.
And I think in the business world, in the music world, and just in Columbia in general, it's a lot of segregation. It's like a lot of people don't want to work with other people for whatever reason. I don't know everybody's situation.
Bro, we all in public schools together. None of us don't know each other or know somebody that was in school with each other. The real problem is we in public schools. We had Johnson, we had Keenan, we had Columbia High, we had AC Floyd, we had Drew. I don't know if I missed one. But we all in public schools, bro. Then when we graduate, we're still here. So when you beefing with people in school, within school, because of the zoning, the neighborhoods and all that, when we get older, and we realize like, damn, well, you don't fuck with him. And probably on some 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade shit that we don't even remember.
Petty shit.
Yeah, that's been formulated so many years that now it's like, okay, yeah, that's why this clique is this way, this way, this way. And it's all because the nigga skip them in the lunchtime. So,
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So
something
I think
small
that's
and
why it's
petty.
like that. Yeah, petty, bro.
It's gonna take somebody with like you said, a business mind who has the charisma and the I guess the ability to articulate it to the people that needs to hear it, to bring that together and stop that separation. I think
We need a DJ Khaled and we need a Diddy.
You know
what I'm saying?
Columbia need a DJ Khaled and a Diddy.
Yes.
When you say DJ Khaled and Diddy, I mean, he be on everybody's song, he be dancing.
Cool.
So you need like a. I'm trying to figure out what you need. DJ Khaled, he be like, we the best.
No, these guys are putting artists together.
Got you. Okay,
Right.
they put on. DJ Khaled was putting everybody together on the track.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Diddy was definitely putting stuff together. Yeah.
Still doing it. You didn't hear Diddy last album?
So Columbia don't got.
that shit was hard.
I ain't hear it.
That
I
shit
ain't
was
gonna
hard.
front.
Beautiful.
He from where? You from up there with you?
Yeah,
man,
no, we don't
man,
rock
just
with
support
you. You
your
seen
peoples,
Diddy on the
man.
last podcast with Fab? He was wilding.
Man, hey man, it's 2023. You can't judge.
Yeah, hey, I'm not asking no man. How come you don't want to party with
Why
me,
you
man?
want to party with
He said, I do party. He said, I'm talking about party.
Hey, just like what you can't judge no whatever. That's what he do. That's what he do.
Nah, that's facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn sure can't judge.
I mean, shit. It was good enough for Young Miami, and she bad. So
That was a whole.
Yeah, Miami get taxed right off.
Right.
Facts.
They got an NBA.
He got it on payroll, nigga. So write that
Lord.
shit off.
You know what I'm saying? So you saying Columbia needs somebody to be putting these artists together,
Yeah.
and not just on some cliquish stuff, but just for the greater.
No, the greater good of music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's another part of music too. We all sound like. You know what I'm saying? Everybody
sound
said,
alike?
yes, South Carolina music sounds alike to me. You know,
how much of it do you really listen to though?
how much of it do I really listen to?
Yeah, 'cause I would kind of I would beg to differ. I
Okay,
feel like
okay.
not enough of it sounds alike to where we have our own
Sound.
actual sound. We
So
were
what
getting
does
it.
what
but
does the Columbia sounds like to you?
I don't know. That's my point. It doesn't. I don't feel like we have enough people that are doing similar types of style in their own way to where we have a defined sound. Now, I would attribute the type of beats that Jetson was making for the baby to
And
kind of our sound, but in the same sense, not really.
And Knock too.
Who speaking now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that was just speaking. I don't think it was a lot. I feel like in order for an artist, in order for a place to have a sound, then as soon as you hear the song, or the artist start rapping, then you know it's from there. Like with Detroit, the way that these Detroit rappers are rapping now, you know that's Detroit. The way these Memphis rappers, as soon as you hear it, you know it's Memphis. With New York drill, that beat cadence and how them people come on the first 4 bars, you know where they from.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Even when it comes to Florida, just the way that they say certain words and stuff, and the type of beats that they choose and the topics, like you know it's that. You know what I'm saying? And that's been happening in hip hop forever. You know what I'm saying? From the West Coast, when them Dre beats and them high tech beats used to come on, you knew it was from the West Coast. You feel me? So I just feel like we don't have that here.
So is that based on producers or is it based on the artists?
I think it's a combination of both.
Probably both.
I think it's a combination of both. I think it's the artists talking about what they talk about and how they say it, as well as the type of beats that are being made.
So let me give you an example though. What does Pittsburgh sound like music?
I don't know. I don't think they have a sound either.
Maybe. Will Wiz Khalifa be their sound? Because that's the only artist we know from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I would argue that there has to be multiple artists from a specific area in order to create a sound.
But is it okay that we don't have a sound?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think it is. But at the same token, how many artists are recognized as being from South Carolina, from somebody outside of South Carolina, to say that this is South Carolina sound?
Bro, every time I go to like Cali or someplace, I tell them I'm from South Carolina. The first thing they say is, I ain't never heard of South Carolina, but I heard of North Carolina.
Mm-hmm. I was having a really interesting conversation about that exact same topic like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I was told that it really shouldn't even be separate like that because when you go outside of South Carolina, it's not even really, it doesn't make any sense to even to separate.
Yeah, because we got Charlotte right there, and that's what? North Carolina. That's weird.
Nah, I think it should be separated because I'm from New York, right? New York right here. Jersey is right there. It's like you can get to Jersey. You get to Jersey in 20 minutes from New York.
New York and Jersey are already established as what they are.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. But North Carolina, like he said, he went to Cali. People know North Carolina. South Carolina has to establish itself to where people be like, oh nah, South Carolina's hard. They got this artist, or they got this producer.
I think it's a regional thing though.
Think it's a regional thing?
Yeah, because we're in the middle. Just like think about it. Like we right by Atlanta, for one. But that's the only musical hub that's by us besides Florida. Mm-hmm. And the closest thing to dialect to Florida is what? Charleston. Right? So Charleston has their own sound.
Yeah, I would say that.
What's Charleston sound?
If we listen to it blindly, we'll think it's what? Florida. So we're not from South Carolina. If you play a Charleston song for somebody in California, the first thing they would think that person's from Louisiana or Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we don't have our own sound because we don't have an accent.
Yeah,
I don't say the accent. I just
that's true though.
That makes sense too.
I just think
that definitely has some validity to it.
We sound completely different.
Yeah,
we live right down the street from each other. We don't have accents. Right. So some of us sound like we're from New York. Some of us sound like they say country. So we got that heavy, slow type, delivery.
I think Jersey, right? Jersey don't really have an accent unless.
I can't.
Unless you're looking for that accent. I don't hear no Jersey accent when somebody from Jersey talks.
You're from up there.
Right.
If you bring somebody from Jersey here, then everybody in this room is gonna feel like y'all both talk basically the same.
What music is Jersey known for? House music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Up-tempo beat, right? What music is Baltimore known for?
Same thing.
Almost the same exact thing. It's probably a little bit different. What music is New Orleans known for? Like, you can identify these people's music, these cities' music, when you call out their names.
Based on what, though?
Based on just the rhythm and the beat, without even the artist and the accent, just the beat and the rhythm.
Based on the producers, you can tell where somebody is from.
So now, what does South Carolina sound? And if you can't identify it, why not?
To be honest, we kind of got robbed of our sound, considering the fact that the baby is not from South Carolina. Mm-hmm. So that goes back to what I was saying, that if I'm a California, they'll think I'm from North Carolina because of who? The baby and J. Cole.
Right.
But those are two completely different artists vocally.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that we don't have accents, we can't really separate and formulate the sounds.
I think South Carolina don't have enough producers producing the same type of rhythms.
That's false. All of them producing the same type of rhythm.
Yeah, we live in a type beat type era. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's trying to produce a beat that's
the heavy 808 that has a 3 count.
Okay,
you know
so what's the okay, you saying the baby, you said the baby has North Carolina, but the producer is South Carolina, right?
No, we have hella producers.
Right. But what songs do we have? That's what I'm saying. That's noticeable.
That's been produced from South Carolina?
That's noticeable, yeah. That you could call off the top.
That's been produced from South Carolina.
But a South Carolina artist that you could say, okay, this is South Carolina, because you say your argument is that South Carolina got robbed because the baby took South Carolina producers, so now everybody thinks that South Carolina is North Carolina.
No. I'm not saying we got robbed in the sense of anything, but in the sense of creating the sound.
Mm.
The major artists that blew up from a South Carolina artist
with that sound
was
the baby,
mm-hmm.
which is from North Carolina. Consider the fact we right there.
And the baby accent, the baby don't rap like nobody from South Carolina that I heard rap. He raps super fast. You know what I'm saying?
Fast.
So it like his sound, even with that South Carolina beat, it's like it works for him because he's making it his sound now because he rapping super fast. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know nobody from South Carolina that raps that fast.
We can say the baby pioneered a certain flow.
Right.
That's fair to say.
Mm-hmm.
But because I would believe we may not have an accent, but we have a distinctive tempo, which is very slow. And we have a slow tempo on regular talking. That's what I think.
Right. I'm trying to figure out a song from South Carolina that is like I can like identify like, okay, that's South Carolina.
Nasty
like
song.
You said nasty song?
Yeah, what?
I never heard that song.
I bet they
You never heard the nasty song? You been here?
Wait. No, this is nasty song. Yeah, I heard that. Every time you go to okay. Boom, that's South Carolina. Alright, you know what? Now I'm gonna let y'all.
But what it sound like? He can easily be from Mississippi. Lil Rue, that song. It sound
country.
So Nasty Song was made in South Carolina?
I don't know where it was actually recorded, but I know Rue is from Columbia.
I wouldn't say he would be from
I didn't know
Mississippi with that. I wouldn't say
I heard that song. I ain't gonna front. I heard that and thought he was from a different region. Probably like.
So if you heard that song blindly, where would you think he from?
As a matter of fact, while I'm sitting here thinking, man, the music that was being put out by South Carolina artists around that time, that may have been the sound at that time.
Yeah.
Because I can't think of any other stuff, like the songs like Hood Hard and Collard Green song, I Got Diamonds on My Neck, and all that shit.
We do got a sound.
All of that was sounding similar during that time.
Y'all had, South Carolina had a sound at one point.
That futuristic sound.
You talking about from
that's the same time, Young LA.
Yeah.
Lil Rue.
What's the dude's
I think South Carolina.
It was a dude. It was a dude. This was a couple of years ago, like 5 years ago. Mo Beats. He Breadwinner. He had Breadwinner. He had another song. Breadwinner was the biggest song.
You don't think he from Atlanta though? If you heard that song. Facts.
Probably.
Yeah, we probably talk about this all day because we don't have a sound.
We don't have a sound. But we directing it to what? Accents or just?
I think it's
just a beat.
I think it's a combination.
I'm directing the sound to the beats because if you hear a West Coast beat, you gonna know it's a West Coast beat no matter who's on that track.
He can now be from New Jersey because West Coast, New Jersey is starting to sound like the West.
Yeah, but you hear that West Coast beat, you gonna automatically think like, oh, this some West Coast shit. This some Dr. J shit. Automatically, you're gonna go to the producer without even the lyrics. You're gonna go to the producer like, damn, this sound like some Dr. Dre shit.
At the same time though, when Snoop Dogg signed with No Limit and they was rapping on all them beats by the pounds beat, he still put his West Coast shit on it. Like he had the West Coast sound on them beats. You know what I'm saying? When he was rapping
with No Limit.
With No Limit, yeah. He put out like 2 or 3 albums with No Limit.
Yeah, less samples on
them. You know what I'm saying? Less samples, but I mean the way that he was rapping was still a West Coast sound of like the way his tempo was, his accent, you know what I'm saying, his cadence and shit like that. So like I said, it's a combination of both in my opinion. The sound, beat wise, as well as the way that they rap on it. So you know what I'm saying? The way the artists rap on it. Because like you can't tell me the Texas sound is only attributed to the beats. Yeah, you could say chopped and screwed, but they lingo and shit that them Texas boys be saying, boys come and die. You know, the way that they be rapping, all that shit that's their sound and it's attributed to how they talk and how they say their words. So it's not just the beats. It's a combination of both.
I was talking to Nation one day and we was talking about this, right? But we said that maybe Columbia, South Carolina as a whole, we some mutts though. So we're a breed of a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
So people from all over, and maybe because historically we're a poor state. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So people are from all different over. And we never really created a culture. That's why
I think the producers and the artists and the DJs and everybody who got something to do with music in South Carolina right now needs to start coming together and create that sound or create that identity because this shit shouldn't even be like, what? You should be able to pull up South Carolina songs back to back.
We're missing a position in the music industry though.
What position is that?
In South Carolina music, we're missing a position, right? So in the studio, we have a producer, somebody to make the beats, right? We don't have composers. We got an artist. But we don't have nobody sitting there just for a musical ear.
Like, you talking about like A&R and managers and...
No, so I think A&R, that's more of like presenting the artist to formulate like and sign a deal or something like that, right? But if we don't have nobody in the studio like a Barry Gordon to say, hey Mike, you don't supposed to sing that note like that. You don't supposed to hit that note like that. You see what I'm saying? We don't have nobody in the studio to say, hey, maybe you should say it like that. You should move that right there, right? We only got engineers and the artists that's in the studio. Sometimes producers ain't even in the studio, and that's the problem. There's no conglomerate of positions in the studio with the artists.
Well, somebody would have to take that hat. It could be Nation, man. I mean, because it would have to be somebody that everybody's going to, that everybody already looks at as the person you go to.
But Nation is that person. Like, he naturally does that. It's like when he recorded and mixing music, he'd naturally be like, hey man, you need to say this again and move this again and this this. We need a whole bunch of nations.
Yeah, you know what I hate?
Nation outside of the borders. So we need somebody that ain't engineering, that's listening to the music as it's being made, not at the same time still critiquing it in the moment, right? So the person that's just in the studio, just listening, monitoring everybody from a musical history standpoint, or from a musical standpoint, and he just saying that unbiasedly, right? He gonna sit there and say, I don't think this sounds like this, we need to move this, we need to move that. You know, so I just think it needs to be more people in that position.
Yeah.
I don't know what that position is called, but
I think that position is actually called a producer. Like producer is
that's true. So a true
not,
producer,
not just the
not the beat
that
maker
makes the beat,
producer, but the
person
actual
who produces the song
Right.
as a whole.
yeah, that's what we need. Because the engineer is telling you it should sound like this way based on him being what an engineer. He got to get that note right because he wanted that to make it sound like this. But that may not necessarily be the best move, right? We don't know.
Right.
So we need true producers that know, that's musically inclined and know how like music should be layered and everything to make like real clean classical hits.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, man, we gonna wrap it up. We definitely appreciate you coming on the show. Is there any last things you want to say to the people, your social media, where they can find you, where they can support? Any last things, any last words?
Just follow me on social media. Which camera?
It's the main.
Follow me on
This
social
one right
media. C Metro Jones. That's C Metro Jones on Instagram and Facebook. Got a lot of dope things coming up. Just follow me. Reach out, man. That's all.
Tap in. If you need a photo shoot, you know what I'm saying, holla at them.
Adult prom, players ball theme, January.
Coming up.
Winner.
Word.
Appreciate y'all, boy.
Appreciate you, man. Word, that's love.
All right, appreciate you having me, Mr. Bird Daddy.
Prince Mazzani, V12 Studio, we out.
Welcome to the V12 Podcast, the #1 podcast in SC, with hosts Prince Mazzani and Bird Daddy. V12.
We are the city.